What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? How everybody doing? Gonna bring you another great show. Today is going to be messy as always, y'all. It's a lot going on. Like, y'all need to pray for the church, pray for Bishop Bernard Jordan, pray for Larry Reid. They need some prayer. Let's go ahead and get into the show, you guys. Here we go.
Me and Dre beefing right now, but it's professional beefing. I ain't doxing Dre. I ain't giving out all his shit either. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, you know.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy AT2 here, bringing you another episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody feeling? How everybody living today? What's up? Shout out to Denitria. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Stephanie. Thank you for the moderators, my mods. What's up, Queen B More? How you doing? What's up, Marlon? What's up, Mimi? Crystal. We got Nick up in the building. Love seeing my members here. Thank you. What's up, Miss DP? We got Miss J Warren. Hello. What's up, Adrian? How you doing? All right. So without further ado, we just gonna go ahead and get into it. So remember yesterday I said there's some big secret about Bishop Bernard Jordan that's supposed to be dropping or coming out or whatever, right? And this got to people via email. Now, like I said, I wasn't one of the people who got an email or anything like that. I'm not in the church sector, so I didn't expect one. But I did get a DM saying like there was something that was supposed to drop or something like that. It didn't say what it was, but it just kind of hinted to something. And then this is why Bishop Bernard Jordan was trying to put together the panel to try to get on top of it before it gets released, right? So, William, I guess this was planned already. He had an interview with Bishop Bernard Jordan that he had planned a while ago. And so they still did the interview as normal. And like I said, I never really watched too much of William McCray's content. I just heard through other people and stuff like that. What's up, Good Vibes? Hello, Key. I just heard through other people about him, but I've never actually watched. And that 2-hour interview I watched. And it got really awkward because how do you tell someone that there's a rumor painting them as a predator? Is there a proper way to do that? I don't think there is. But how do you let someone know that? And I feel like William dropped it during the interview to almost be all like, oh, see what you get for trying to be buddy and chummy with Larry Reid. See what he was trying to do. And again, Larry isn't the one who started this rumor. So basically what it is, and I'm just going to give you guys a short, right? There's someone who has some kind of secret recording of Bishop Bernard Jordan. I don't know what the recording is, but basically they're alluding to having some information about Bishop Bernard Jordan, grooming and that kind of stuff and down the line of that. That's what it is. Because if you've seen, William was all like, oh, I never heard any rumors about you, sleeping with this person or that person, or, I never heard this and that. And so, yeah, that's what he was losing. And then William said, oh, yeah, I don't even like kids, so nobody ever accused me of anything like that. So there you have it. If you go to like the last 20 minutes of William, like I said, I don't know if William knows how to strike people channel, but I don't want to take a risk. But if you watch the last 20 minutes, that's where everything kind of goes down. And Bishop Bernard Jordan was visibly shaken, you know. The boys, males, penis. That's what it was. Because Bishop Bernard Jordan, he was also like, I didn't know. He said, I didn't know what a bottom was or a top. Like, this is a weird conversation to have with a bishop, right? And that's the thing too. I don't believe he didn't know, like, because Larry was like your mentee, so you never said like, now Larry, you into some freaky shit, like what you like? You never asked him those kind of questions. Like, the way Bishop Bernard Jordan is making it seem is like him and Larry had a very surface level relationship. It was very surface level, because again, I still go back to, and this has nothing to do with what happened, the rumor, but him trying to do this whole panel of bloggers and reimagining blogging to where they're not so salacious and they're giving the news and stuff. Like, you didn't do that with Larry, so how are you going to do it with these people? Everything that's happening now has everything to do with Larry. Larry is the person that created this kind of I don't want to say created. I take that back. I don't want to put that on him that he created it, but he wasn't the solution. Larry dealt with the gossip and the drama and the this and that. The salaciousness. It's not that he reimagined blogging. Yeah, and I feel like people are using the grooming thing too much. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Larry also exposed Manasseh. Yes. And also he walked back that thing about Bishop Bernard Jordan too, alluding to him getting down with the get down. So again, Larry will do a lot of double talk, and he'll try to be all like, "Oh no, that's not what I said. That's not in context." And no. We got the context when you initially dropped it. That was the context that you were putting it. TD Jakes, yeah. And so, it's so crazy because people will look at other people, but they don't look at the source, which is Larry. Because this whole thing was in an email. So this is what I found out from yesterday. I knew that Marcellus was in the email, right? Talking about shout out to Mad Church Disease. I knew he was in the email, right? But then I didn't know that William McCray was in the email. So knowing that William is cool with Bishop Bernard Jordan, Larry was specifically trying to give this over to William to try to get him to. And still Bishop Bernard Jordan is talking about he got a team of AI bots looking at different channels and shit like that. Nigga, you need to look at your former mentee. Excuse my language, Lord forgive me. But like, I don't know why you're looking. He looking north, south, east, and it's all like you need to be looking at the west, because the west is who is going to come and sweep you up. Like, you not even paying attention to the shit that's going on, and you talking about rekindling this and that, and all right, rekindle if you want to. But again, just 6 days ago, 6 days ago, this man had passed some emails around to your aunts. And you know, the funny thing is, and shout out to Marcellus, like he wouldn't have said anything if Larry didn't drop that. Larry was the one who said, I gave it to this person, I gave it to that person, and I gave it to, and he specifically said Marcellus, mad church disease. And again, I don't think Marcellus would even have did his bidding for him, considering that Marcellus is cool with Daryl Moore. You know, how would that have looked if all of a sudden Marcellus was now teaming up with Daryl Moore? Like that could have like ruined their friendship, you know? So it was all yeah, it's all ugly. Very ugly. Like you said, I think he's trying to get in front of something, talking about Bernard. Yes, yes. I feel like he's trying to get in front of it. Well, he even said yesterday, shout out to Miss Cruiser. I don't know if I said something already or not. But he was telling William, like, oh, see if you can get that recording. Like, that'd be great if you can get that recording. Like, he's trying to already get the recording. So some pastor recorded a secret conversation. Somebody in Texas, I don't know who it is, but some pastor in Texas has a secret recording when him and Bishop Bernard Jordan was on the phone. And so in the email, William and Marcellus did not get that. So Larry must have a copy of this phone call or recording or audio or whatever, right? And then I just wonder too, like, did Larry not think that this would get out or get back? Like, well, no, Larry put it out there. I'm sorry. Larry is the one that put it out there. None of this had to be a thing. Like, I get the whole picture thing, right? And it should have just been left as a picture. But I think when Larry got on with Thais and tried to basically, you know, like, oh no, it wasn't reconciliation, it wasn't this, it wasn't that. And then he was dropping little things, you know, saying shit. And then he dropped about the rumor thing. It was almost his way of saying, like, oh yeah, you know, I took a little picture, but you know, it's still fuck him. Larry does not like Bishop Bernard Jordan. He does not like him. He don't give a damn about him. He does not like him. And that's okay. It's okay not to like him. But just be honest about it. Don't do the fake stuff. You can say hi, hello, and go about your day. We don't need to have a conversation. We don't need to talk. We don't need to do this and that. There's plenty of people that I ignore and pretend that don't exist. Larry don't like no damn body. Right. Just his money. Like I said yesterday, the reason why he was mad at Bishop Bernard Jordan and Manasseh was because they said he was broke. That's all all the things. He just cared about them saying that he was broke. Call Bishop in Texas to confirm this record. Oh, Miss Cruiser, I did not hear that part. Oh. Wow. Is the pastor in the chat right now? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Who's the pastor? Have him click this link and confirm the audio or not. Because now you in this, listen, whoever the pastor was is in this mess now. And I guess there's supposed to also be a bishop, a prophesier, and all that too. So, you know. Kimberly, that he was because the reason I have to be so careful with my words now that I'm almost at 100K, my channel can easily be attacked, so I have to be careful. But Kimberly, in short, basically, he likes to take advantage of the boys. That's what was said in the email. He likes to take advantage of the boys. Calvin Blake. Okay. Miss Cruiser, call him right now on the phone and get the. No, don't call. No, don't call because then they're gonna say, "Oh, AT2 was saying that." No, don't call. Don't call on my. No, call on your channel, but don't call. Yeah, Jordan Kimberly, and Larry Reid was the one who was passing the email to the different bloggers and stuff like that. So Larry got the email from Calvin Blake and then was passing it to the different bloggers. But mind you, Bishop Bernard Jordan had no idea that this was going on, that this even happened. That's why he was all chummy and all cheesing in the phone. I would no. YouTube is let me tell you, y'all, the Real Housewives of YouTube, it's a crazy show. I want to know which bitch. Calvin Blake. I'd never even heard of him before. What's up, St. James? Listen, St. James, either way, no matter what happens, St. James is going to be good. St. James is going to be rich. He's going to be driving his BMW. St. James is still going to be high class and bougie, talking like Shakespeare, Romeo, Juliet, and, and entertaining us. So either way, he's going to be good. Because Bishop Bernard Jordan is a straight man who's married to a woman. This is the other part of it, Listen, shout out to St. James because I'll be talking so much shit and he has not blocked me yet. So I appreciate him. But you know what? I will say this because I want to talk about this because, again, I don't know if Bishop Bernard Jordan is or not. I honestly don't care. Like, I don't care about that. But here's the thing. A lot of, Stephanie's probably going to get me for this, but I got to say it. Shout out to Steph. Calvin Blake is in Georgia. Oh, maybe it's not Calvin. Oh, shit. Redact that name, Calvin Blake. Redact that. Okay. I thought it was okay, so it's not Calvin Blake. Okay, thank you for looking that up, Stephanie. I appreciate that. Okay, we redact that. Allegedly, it is not Calvin Blake. We apologize before we get a lawsuit from Calvin Blake. But here's the thing when it comes to the gay community. Like the men, not all of them, right? Not all of them. That's the name. He's in Texas. Oh, Stephanie don't know what she be. Stephanie, shut your ass up. You don't know what you be talking about. Damn it. Thank you, St. James. Stephanie know I love her. She knows all jokes. But somebody like Larry, because he was exposed, he then in turns wants to expose other people. And it's like this vindictiveness, like, oh, because I was exposed, I want to expose you. And so I think that's what's going on. Unless we have some kind of proof, otherwise, I think it's that situation where, oh, because I was exposed, I want to now expose you. And that's not the way to go. Like, if anything, like, shouldn't you be uplifting and want to, help people come out and, like, why would you want to expose someone? But it seems like the ones who have been exposed want to expose other people. That's what it seems like to me. And again, if I'm wrong and we find out some stuff about Bishop Bernard Jordan, I'll take back what I said. But this is the situation that it seems to be, What's the Juice? Oh, Lord. Juice is probably mad at me that I'm talking about this. Shout out to Juice. She said, see, this is why I move the way I move. Now let me get back at discussing the with these TV producers. Shout out to Regina. Shout out to the Juice Radio and Talk Show. I appreciate her so much. She's my unofficial spiritual advisor. You know, thank you so much for being you. And that's the other thing too. I'm so glad that Juice like missed out on all of this. She is not in this, like, because I was watching King Jives earlier today, and I don't know if King Jives likes me still or he hates me. I don't know. But I was watching King Jives, and he was basically saying that he feels like he's being used as a pawn. And he laid it out perfectly. He said it's three people. It's William, Larry, and Bishop Bernard Jordan. It's those three, and now they have whatever going on, and everybody else is just kind of like a pawn because nobody really knows anything that's really going on except those three. Now, William was caught off guard with the picture and stuff like that, but William be in the know compared to like a King Jives, St. James. Like, they don't really know what's going on. You know, listen, St. James is just down for the ride. That's what St. James is about. He just down for the ride. He don't give a damn. Like, if you watch St. James' video about all this, he wasn't giving a damn. He didn't care because he gonna be rich either way, so he doesn't care. But the other ones, like, they're like, whoa, wait, what's going on? You know? Thank you, Juice. I appreciate that. Let me see what some of y'all were saying. We all have things we don't want out. Y'all better be careful up there, exposing everything and everybody. Yeah, it comes back on you. It comes back on you. You're right, Kimberly. You know. Yes, I will be talking about Milagro later. Yes, thank you, Miss. No. You're fine. Okay, you found them now, Stephanie. Okay, good. It boils down. Mm. And I was gonna say, especially in the church, um, because of everything, you know, how church folks feel about gay people, like it's still that stigma. So I see why people don't want to come out and don't want to say anything. Like, yeah, like I wouldn't either. Like, it's not welcoming, and especially if you're somebody like a bishop or a pastor or a prophet, whatever the titles are, you don't want to say shit like that. You know, you don't want people to know that. So I get it. I understand it. Even with the TD Jakes situation, even though nothing has ever been proven, right? Even with the TD Jakes situation, I was all like, listen, if TD Jakes is or not, I guarantee you his wife no. I guarantee you his wife no. Have y'all ever seen Hunk for Jesus? Watch Hunk for Jesus, and then it'll tell you a lot about these pastors and stuff like that. Watch that movie. Like, yeah, it was like a spoof, a comedy, but Hunk for Jesus, it really will tell you about the first lady. It was more about the first lady and how she really keeps everything together, as well as the secrets. She keeps everything flowing in the church, as well as the secrets. I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. This is how it is, you know? Oh, my eyes have been watery for like the last week, y'all. I hope I gotta go to the ophthalmologist to get my vision checked out and stuff like that. Um, I want all of this truly exposed. There are some local pastors in my area, and names have been mentioned. Want you know, and here's the thing: is people are doing horrible things and committing crimes. And, I'm alluding to what we're talking about, doing crimes and stuff like that to teens and shit like that. They need to go to jail. They need to be in jail. They truly need to be exposed. However, with that, thank you, Stephanie. With that, there needs to be facts and there needs to be evidence of people saying, this, that, and that, and this. Because again, don't forget all that stuff about Bishop Jakes. We never got any proof. Oh, look, he was poking out his chest. Look how he was being sexually suggestive because he was poking out his chest. No, Bishop Jakes is fat like me. Your chest, your stomach, your arms, your butt, everything stick out because you fat, nigga. Like, sorry. Y'all remember what I'm talking about, right? He was like, oh, look, he's sticking out his chest. You see that? He's sticking out his chest. No, he's fat like me. Everything sticks out your body because you fat. That's why. Yeah. Lord Jesus, touch AT2. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you. Nick, I had to be honest, yo. I had to be honest. But anyway, I feel like with this situation, Bishop Bernard Jordan needs to go ahead and talk to the person he needs to talk to, which is Larry. He's the source of, okay, he's the one that got this email and everything like that. You need to talk directly to Larry. You saying you're going to do this and do that. Okay, well, that's nice. You can, listen, he can sue and subpoena whoever he wants to, I don't know who he's alluding to when he's talking about. I don't know if it's me, Marcellus, this person, that person. I don't know who he's alluding to, but you need to allude to the person that got information on you. That's who you need to allude to. Let me tell you, the wife is the bottom, be the damn. But that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's the way the wife. Yeah. Listen, is there a female pastor? I'm gonna go to a female pastor church because I ain't heard anything salacious about women pastors. Like, I have not heard anything salacious. I know some people feel like women should not lead and stuff like that. Shout out to Juice, because Juice is actually a preacher. But yeah, I don't hear anything like this about the women's. I only hear this about the men. Female pastors. Oh Lord, the female pastors are they demonic too. Oh Lord, you can't even go to the female pastor. Just have your own. I was talking to somebody about this last night. Have your own relationship with God. That's what you need. Your own relationship. Get your money. Listen, my money been good. Let me tell you. Shit, I need to start prophesizing over people. Women pastors be licking on. Juanita Vital. Juanita is one. Did anybody confirm if Juanita Bynum a witch? Remember, she had that altar or whatever, and she had like skulls and chicken bones around the altar. Like, that shit was scary. Like, I was like, oh, is that what they do in church? Oh, Paula White is definitely a witch. She is a witch. Africa. Angels in Africa. But then she working for that white man Trump. Get out of here. Y'all done let that woman colonize the black church. Get her up out of there. What pastors don't I like? I don't like Paula White. I don't like Joel Osteen. Something about that facelift tells me he ain't shit. But I know he wasn't shit because remember they had that flood in Houston and he wouldn't let people in the church. So I already knew he wasn't shit. That's him and his facelift. Who else don't I like? The Jordans and Larry Reid, I don't like them. Jamal Bryant, Jamal Bryant, I'll say this. He talks a good game and I like listening to him. I just don't believe him. Does that make sense about Jamal Bryant? And yes, it is because of his past and his history and stuff like that. Rod Parsley. Oh, I don't know who that is. Okay. Shit, old school Benny Hinn. Yeah, with the whole jacket and people falling out. Yeah, I don't like, Oh, Gino. I think he's funny. He's funny as hell. He gets my goat. Okay. Yeah, and Reverend Ike, I still haven't looked up the history on Reverend Ike. I know a lot of y'all because I know that was like Bernard's spiritual father or whatnot. I haven't looked him up, but I know it goes either way. Like some of y'all like Reverend Ike, and then some of y'all don't. I honestly don't know what this man did, but some of y'all do not like him, and some of y'all love him. Let's do a poll real quick. Do you like Reverend Ike? Yes or no? Oh yeah, didn't somebody find some money in the bathroom? Yeah, I remember something like that. Okay, a lot of y'all said no. Gigi said no. What's up, Miss Raw? No. I love Ike hair. Okay, you like the hair? Okay. Not sure who he is. I was just talking about Joel in the flood. That's my industry, water restoration. Oh, okay. They made a good point that if anything happened to anyone while inside the actual church, they could be liable. I never thought about that, that Ron. His daughter, after the congregation over 89, and he ad-libbed her. Oh yeah, I love Juice. Yeah. Okay, Stephanie said no. Maybe, yeah, that also could be too. Yeah, but I definitely get the liability. And I think that's the thing about the churches too. Like in times of need, are they really there for the people or are they there for themselves? Like, for example, I only heard like a couple of churches helping people during the shutdown, the government shutdown. But I didn't hear like this worldwide this and that, and people like trying to help. And I get that of community, and you would think you would get that sense of community during trying times and people needing, And I guess to be fair, because I don't go to church, maybe that's why I did not see it. But I just thought there would be more. And I know church is the business, so I get that. Have them sign waivers. Yes, that would have worked too. I used to love Juanita, but she got different after her fashion fair makeover. I think, and I don't know this to be true, but I can kind of see this just from working where I am as a YouTuber. When you first start out, you're very innocent. And then I feel that the money and people in your ear, you start changing, Because, for example, I didn't really know who Juanita Bynum was until, but I knew her because of the viral clip. So Juanita was the one preaching to like the Mexican congregation, and she was all like, enchiladas. And then the girl was like, oh, the enchiladas. And then Spanish rice. And she was like, spoon rojos, or whatever, however you say rice in Spanish, right? And then she was like, she was just repeating like the stuff in Spanish. Yeah, that viral clip that they always play like during the holiday. I'm surprised I haven't seen it, but that's Juanita Bynum who's doing that. That was one of the most infamous sermons that she gave. Yeah. I think it was like the early 2000s. Yeah. Ooh. And you know, a lot of people go like, AT2, what does this have to do with politics and stuff like that? I want to, and this is kind of foreshadowing because now that I have a little money, I want to work on like a documentary, like the comparisons between the black church and the white church, because I think it's really fascinating because, you know, and just talking about Christianity, we're all supposed to be serving one God. But when it comes to the white and black church, it seems like it's two different gods. And I kind of want to do a documentary about why that is. I mean, one, you know, the white church, they believe Jesus is white. So, you know, that's number one. But I want to like do something like I want to do like documentaries and stuff like that now. So that's something that I want to work on in 2026. I think that would be great. Y'all like that idea? Thank you, Miss Marmar. Thank you, Miss Raw. Okay, y'all like that? Stephanie said, I'm down. Yes. Okay. Yeah, but I think definitely a documentary about that would be great. And now I have the connections with different people that could be a part of it or at least point me in the right direction. Yeah, I think that'd be great. Their needs are not like our needs. That's true. Sounds great. What's up, Marcellus? I was just talking about, I want to do about the black church versus the white church and why it seems like they praise a different God than us. Make sure you do enough research. Yeah. So the way I kind of think about it is like using like this is why I haven't did the research on Reverend Ike, because I feel like he will be like a catalyst for a lot of this stuff, and then compare it to like the white pastors, like the what's the dude that recently not recently but passed away this year, and he had to come out and apologize because he was sleeping with, you know, and had a whole, I forgot what his name is, but when I see it I'll recognize it. That's a great show. I've done something like that. Okay, I'll have to check that out to get inspiration for it. Okay. Oh, okay. Hey, creative direction. Listen, that would work. Queen B More, we need to partner up then. That'd be dope. Oh, you used to blog. Oh, okay. Uh, JJ Brock. Okay, it hit me up in the DM. Yeah, yeah. And if you guys have any direction, hit me up at AT2 underscore for real. It was a white pastor, like back in the 80s, like he was like prominent. And then he was like, forgive me, Father, for what I've sinned. You know, I forgot what his name is, y'all. Forgot. Oh, I think somebody, Jimmy, yeah. That's who it was. Let me look that up real quick. Let me just confirm. Ding, 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 ding. Thank you. Thank you, Miss J. Warren. I appreciate that. Yeah. You guys had it right. Sex scandal after sex scandal. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This documentary is going to get, down to the meat and the potatoes that Bishop Bernard Jordan served them bloggers. It's I still had to make fun of their potato plate. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's going to get down to all of that. All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and end the show right here. Unless something happens like the voice note gets released, I'm not, this is basically it for me, at least for the month of December, talking about this, unless something else comes up magical, but I'm kind of done with this portion. I think whatever game that Bishop and Larry Reid are playing, y'all just need to, solve that offline. Doing this online and getting everybody involved, at least tell people that this is a script and y'all doing some kind of freaky foreplay. Like, don't convince people that this shit is real. All right. I love y'all. We out of here. Deuces, everybody.